All right, friends, the raking is done. We've got the crew sitting out of the way in the middle there. So I think it's time to see if this thing will put out some bales. So we're gonna do that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This is the new to me 520 baler, which I got a second chance on. It was bought on an auction I went to, and I got outbid, and then it showed up on auction time, and I bought it for less than the original amount. So that's a good deal. And we are going to take the 770 here, and we're going to try to make some bales. And my plan is, if this works, because we're putting a lot of faith in stuff that we know nothing about. What I'm saying is, if this works, then I'll have to stop and go get the balls of twine out of my other baler, because there's not going to be enough in here to do very much, but there's enough to try it out, you know? Because if it works good, I may bale, you know, a few, so that I have some emergency ones up there in case we have a bad snow and I can't move equipment or something. I'm getting pretty low on square hay up there, so yeah. Let's get turned around and we'll start over there and see what happens. It's gonna take a minute. The first few bales, you know, we're gonna have to bust, because until we get tension in here, the first one's going to be a loose mess, you know. It'll take a while to get what we want. So sure. Will you run? Of course. Everything should be ready to go, with the exception of I need to put the pickup down. And on this one, it's just a chain. I don't know how far to go. Will that get it? Let's try it like that. And if it doesn't work, we can always lower it down more, but I don't want to dig into the ground. All right, baler, here we go. Sure. Whoa. Wow, come on. I'm having trouble regulating everything. There. Okay, well, that's about right. Also, I have no idea where the shear, there it is. What went wrong? What went wrong? What went wrong? Well, I don't know. It's getting to where it was about to tie the knot, and it sheared the pin. So the needles are in the home position, so that shouldn't have been it. I don't know. Sometimes things like that happen. So now I need to get me a shear bolt. I wonder if that is the same size as on my deer baler. Well, let me go do some homework here. And, you know, that's one thing I never checked. I don't even know what they had in there. Maybe they didn't have a good thing in. Doesn't look like they did. Looks like they had a grade 2 bolt in there, which is fine. Other than that, usually shear bolts are hardened, super hard, like grade 10, so that they snap. Although that one snapped pretty good. So let me go see what I can find, and we'll bring you right back. All right, got that fixed. Let's see what happens. Let's idle it down. Well, power traction hitch problems. Can't reach the PTO. Okay, why are we plugged? That would explain. Sheared. Let's back it up. There's something happened that wasn't good, probably. Did it make a knot? One side did. Okay, I'm not used to this. My other baler has all the stuff I need in it. This one doesn't. Okay, it messed up just before it tried to do that knot. That side's ready to go again. This side's got a double string, which isn't gonna work. Okay. It's still okay. That one will go. I'm not convinced that my tension is anywhere close to right, but sure. Let's put this back in the windrow and try again. Don't freak out yet. Stuff like that happens. You know, it hasn't been run for a good while, so let's try it again. Just made a knot. It's still cleaning out that mess up bale. Okay, we got problems. That side has got a problem. It tied on both of them here, but it did not tie there. All right, we're getting close to abandoning this, but I don't want to yet. I'd like to see it bail. What I'm wondering is, I'm wondering what the condition of, oh, there's the knife. It seems fine. I don't have the size. It's 3/4 to lift this one up, I guess. It could still be that we're not under the right tension yet. They feel kind of loose though. Let's go again and see if it'll make a bale. Otherwise, this may end up being a wintertime project because we got to get this done. We got too much work to do. We don't have time to fool with square balers. Oh, we got a problem though. Our string is not through there now. One nice thing is the weather's pretty decent for messing with this. It's not 172 degrees with 94% humidity. So that's nice. I just bragged about the weather and then the camera got too hot. Come on. Now before we can go, we got to get that string back where it belongs. Gee, this one's a lot harder though. Well. Okay, come on. Let's make a bale. All right, still trouble. And our trouble is in this side. So we're gonna take it apart and see what gives. Something ain't right here. I should be able to. Could be part of our problem there. Why is it doing that? Okay. It did spin, try to make that, but it lost the string on one side of it. What have we got going here? Somebody's done some custom fab here, and I'm not convinced that that's part of our trouble, maybe. May just need shined up again. All this stuff is pretty wore. You can see where the string has wore grooves in it. But this is what I'm talking about. This needs to rub, just practically rub on this fill hook. It's not, I don't think it's quite doing that. So that might be worth a smack with the hammer. That's actually how you adjust them, is you know, modeling the twine arm. That's what we would call it. See, there's space between there, and that will not do. It has to rub. If it doesn't, the string can get between there. So I think it needs tweaked just a shade. So I'll do that, and then we'll try it again. All right, positive thoughts, we're gonna think. It should work, but you never know. We do need to trip it though, because the string's not where it needs to be again. I got it all refed and in the right spot. Well, let's see what happens, you know? It just does not want to be a baler. That time we got string there. This time the string tore in the rotten, but it did the same thing. It pulled out of the... I think a lot of our trouble is it's just flat wore out. I mean, we're gonna need to be hunting some new parts, because that bill hook is pretty bad. It is possible that once it gets shined up, it will start working. But quite honestly, how long am I gonna have patience for this? Not very much more. So this is a probably wintertime affair. We can try it one more time, but I don't know. All right, remember when I said that those worn places were a potential problem? Well, I'm not totally convinced that that's still not what our issue is here. Now, strangely enough, after I just reset it so we could work on it, it has pulled the twine off the other side. So it's almost to the point where this ain't worth it anymore. So that's cool. Oh man, no wonder. All right, that's neither here nor there. What I want to do now, I'm going to roll it over by hand, and we're going to look at it every so often and see if we can see where it messes up. I believe that it's either a problem is twine tension, or perhaps our little tucker fingers here are not doing appropriate things. They got a lot of slop in them, and that might be our biggest issue. But if I do this now, every time I turn it, it should here in a second grab and start to make the knot, or not, you know. Just there. All right, let's go a little at a time so you can see. The needles have started their way up here. Everything should still be the way it was. You can see them needles on their way around. That's what that wheel is there. Now, they should be getting up in here. Yeah, there you can see one. There's the other one. Everything on the Knutter is still where it's supposed to be, or where it was, I should say. Come on. I don't think we've went enough yet. All right. Everything looks appropriate so far. See how it's about to deposit it into that notch with the other piece? And then there's two strings over the bill hook. That's the way this should be. This side is just one because it's missing the other piece, but you get it. Now the needles are all the way through. The twine disc is still in its position. It's just starting. You can see these gears. It's just starting to turn. So it's worm gear drive, and it's getting ready to start making the knot. Come on. All right, so now you can see we've advanced a little more. The twine disc is starting to take the string around. So we've got our string on top of the bale, and then the needle just brought our string from down below, and they should both be right now over top of the bill hook as it's starting to turn. I don't know if you can see that or not down in there, but the bill hook has turned, and as it comes around, it's going to open up the jaw to grab the strings and tie. We'll go a little more. We're still looking for where it's messing up, and so far I haven't seen it. So now everything looks good still. The twine disc has started around, the bill hook is coming around. Our tucker fingers are right now about 45 degrees, but they are going to have to be at 90 degrees in a minute when it gets into tying position to help push the string where it needs to be. Now the needles have started back out, and of course this one's not a good example because it's only got one, but you can see down in there that the bill hook opened up, it grabbed both strings, and now it's making the knot. And what's supposed to happen is, as this leaves, this string is going to get caught in that notch now, and that's going to be our new string for the next time around. You could just hear the string getting cut, the knives. That's another thing that happened just now, is the twine arm has moved over, and it should be wiping that knot. You can see the piece we modeled a while ago right behind the knot. It's getting ready to rake that knot off of there. At the same time, the twine knife is cutting that other piece of string straggled out of the twine disc there, so that we're left with just one when we're done. And then the needles will return to home. And then what we've got is essentially, see, we don't have any hay in here now, so that's part of our trouble. But now we've got a knot here, and it doesn't look too bad. It's a good knot too. I don't know why it hasn't been working. But then what happens is, see, that piece of string is our next bale. Oh, it did tear. And guess where it tore again? In a dirty place. I wonder if my ball of twine is junk. And that is just so happens every time. Because I've noticed every time I refed it, it was in one of those places. I'm very tempted to go get another ball of twine. So here's our twine from that side. I think that's our trouble. Man, we've been fighting it all afternoon for nothing. That twine is garbage. It looks good, but there's one part that's not. Not to be deterred, I will go get the 2 good balls of twine, or hopefully still good, out of my other square baler. We know that it makes knots. We just watched it do it. I mean, You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to refeed again. That's since that tore. This side has been going good until this time. Well, I should have done this right away, because unbeknownst to me, inside were 2 big brand new balls, and that's what we should have been using. I mean, look at how nice how nice this is, brand new twine. Okay, are you still there? Well, this side is still through there, so I'm just gonna tie it to that, and it'll feed it as it goes. Hopefully, because hopefully this will solve all of our life's troubles, you know. It'll probably miss it while it's trying to do this knot, but we'll see what happens, you know. We'll see. Okay, let's fire it up and see what happens. It needs to put the string back where it goes on that one side, so we got to do like we've been doing. But I'm hoping that this fixes our trouble, because it does look like it keeps tearing wherever the string was dark. Surely this will be the time when it will work. Come on. Make a bale. Oh, I think we might have got it. We got one. Oh no. Now that's okay. It messed up on the side while it was feeding this new twine. See, there's one green and one not. I knew it would do that. Once we get that though, we should be in good shape. I guess our trouble the whole time was string. That's crazy. We need to retension it though, because it's pulling to one side. Do I want to do? Sure, it's fun to play with this, but I got to go around and pick them all up now. So, yeah, is it really worth it? I don't know. They're a little loose. I tightened it up a minute ago, so we'll see what happens. make one more round. All right, closing thoughts. Once we got it lined out, it's a pretty nice little baler. Works pretty good. I like the roto flow whenever you are moving along. I think it's more consistent than the auger. It seems like it doesn't, the auger likes to jump, you know, if you hit a big slug, and this kind of busts it up and keeps going. However, it did shear a pin a couple times when it got too full. But overall, I'm happy. $425, definitely worth that. I don't think that this is going to replace my deer baler. I like the deer baler. It makes really good bales, but it's nice that we have a second choice here. You know, there's been times when it's broke down, like when I'm trying to do straw or something, and it's nice now to have a backup where we'll be able to get stuff done. I see it's almost ready to trip, so I'm going to toss a little more hay in and trip it, and then we can dig out the bales and be done with it. But I have no idea how many I made. I did all the end rows and then went around the field twice. So I'll stack them on my trailer there, back it in the shed till I got time to worry about putting them away. Anyway, camera got too hot. I'm too hot. I need to get a drink. But I'm happy with it. We've accomplished it. All it took was good twine and some tweaking on the knotters, and we got us a good rig. So yeah, can't complain. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, and that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.